Let me ask you something. How long have you been waiting? Waiting for a sign? Waiting for someone to notice you, help you, push you, rescue you from the place you're in right now. You wake up, you scroll, maybe you feel inspired for a few minutes. Then what? You slip right back into that same routine, convincing yourself that maybe tomorrow you'll change. Maybe next week you'll be stronger. Maybe someone will finally show up and fix it all. But let me tell you the truth you've been avoiding. No one is coming. Not your parents. Not your friends. Not your boss. Not some mystery mentor who's going to knock on your door and say, "Hey, I see something special in you. Let me change your life." It's not happening, and it never was. Because this right here is your story, and no one else is going to write it for you. You're sitting there hoping life will just figure itself out, that the universe has some secret plan to reward you for being a good person. But the truth is, the universe doesn't owe you anything. Life doesn't reward potential, it rewards action. It rewards people who stop waiting, who stop blaming, who stop wishing, and finally do something. You want change? You have to build it. You want success? Own it. You want freedom? Then you better be willing to bleed for it. That's what this generation forgets. We romanticize the hustle. We repost quotes on Instagram. We talk about grind mode. But the minute things get hard, we flinch. We run. We wait for someone else to carry us. But listen to me carefully. Nobody is going to carry you. Nobody's job is to drag you across the finish line. The reason you feel stuck isn't because you're broken. It's because you've been sold a lie. The lie that someone, someday, somehow, will step in and save you from yourself. But what if they don't? What if nobody calls you? What if the apology never comes? What if the help never shows up? Will you just stay stuck, rotting in your own potential? You see, the harshest truth I can give you is also the most powerful one. You are all you've got. Let that sink in. Not in a sad way, not in a bitter way, in an empowering way. Because if you're all you've got, then that means you are enough. You are the solution. You are the warrior. You are the one that can save yourself. And I know what you're thinking, but I don't know where to start. I'm not ready. I'm too tired. Let me stop you right there. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to stop standing still. Even a wrong step forward is better than staying frozen in fear. You have to understand this. Comfort is the killer of potential. Every time you avoid discomfort, you choose the life you already have, not the life you want. You think playing it safe is protecting you, but it's not. It's slowly destroying you. Comfort gives you nothing but regret. Comfort feeds your fear. Comfort tells you you can start tomorrow. But that tomorrow turns into next week, next month, next year. And then one day, you wake up and realize you've run out of time. Let that thought haunt you. Let it keep you awake tonight if it has to. Because it's time you wake up, not just in the morning, but in your mind, in your soul, in your choices. No one is coming to save you. But you know what? That's okay. Because you were born to fight for your life, to build something no one else could imagine, to rise from nothing and become something unstoppable. And if you're still listening to me right now, that means there's something inside you that refuses to quit, that still believes. That fire, it's small, but it's real. And starting today, you don't wait for anyone to fan that flame. You do it yourself. You light the match. You make the decision. You move. You start. So now that you know, no one is coming to save you, what do you do with that? Do you sit in silence and let it sink like a stone in your chest? Do you get angry at the world? Or do you finally get honest with yourself? Because here's the next truth you've been dodging. You've already wasted time. Yeah, I said it. You've spent weeks, months, maybe even years, talking about what you could do, what you plan to do, how you're gonna start once life gets easier, or clearer, or more perfect. You've made excuses look noble. You've dressed up procrastination with pretty words like "I'm being patient" or "I'm waiting for the right time." But deep down, you know the truth, don't you? You're scared. Scared of failing. Scared of starting and not finishing. Scared of looking stupid. Scared of leaving the comfort of average because that's the only place you've ever felt safe. And let me tell you something. That fear is valid, but it's also useless if it controls you. Because here's the turning point. Right now. This is it. This is the moment you look in the mirror and finally say, I've had enough. Enough of wasting my potential. Enough of talking more than doing. Enough of living like I've got unlimited time, when I don't. You know what's terrifying? Pull up your phone and look at a photo from 5 years ago. Look into the eyes of who you used to be. Did you keep your promises to that version of you? Did you build the body you dreamed of? Did you launch that business? Did you show up when you said you would? Are you still making the same excuses you made back then? That should shake you. That should hit you in the chest. Because time didn't stop for you. It never does. The calendar doesn't care about your fear. The world doesn't pause until you're ready. You want to know why you feel so empty, so frustrated, so stuck? It's not because you don't have potential. It's because you've watched yourself delay greatness one excuse at a time. And it's killing you. Not all at once, but quietly, day by day, in missed chances, in conversations you never started, in dreams you silenced because they made people uncomfortable. And now you're here, at the edge of another decision. Do you stay where it's safe, where you've already proven you can survive, but never thrive? Or do you move? And I don't mean move like a TikTok trend. I don't mean motivation that lasts for 10 minutes and dies with your next distraction. I mean real movement. I mean changing your habits, changing your words, getting up tomorrow and doing exactly what you said you would, even when you're tired, even when nobody claps, even when it hurts, because that's where transformation lives, in the moments that feel impossible, but you do it anyway. Let me be clear. This life you say you want, it's still possible. It's not too late. You're not too old. You're not too far gone. But you have to stop negotiating with your own greatness. Because here's the shift that changes everything. You stop waiting for motivation, and you start living by discipline. You stop asking for permission, and you start giving yourself direction. You stop craving the applause, and you start showing up when no one's watching. Discipline is the difference between wishing and winning. You don't need another pep talk. You don't need more feel-good quotes. You need to get real with yourself. Today, write down the dream you keep pretending isn't possible. That one, the scary one, the version of you that keeps you up at night, the one you've been talking yourself out of for years. Now ask yourself, what would happen if I stopped running from it and started building it? Would it be hard? Hell yes, but it would be worth it, because the pain of growth is always easier to live with than the regret of never trying. You want to know what success feels like. It feels like showing up when your alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It feels like skipping comfort and chasing clarity. It feels like working in silence while everyone else scrolls. Success isn't a moment. It's a decision you repeat every single day. You don't need hype. You need habits. You don't need more opinions. You need execution. You don't need saving. You need to save yourself through action. And that action, it starts now. Not next week. Not on the first. Not after you figure it all out. Now, start small if you have to. Pick one habit, one goal, one step, and dominate it. Then do it again tomorrow, and the next day, until showing up becomes who you are, not just what you do. That's how warriors are built. That's how leaders are made. That's how you become the version of yourself you were born to be. And when you do, when the world finally sees what you've known all along, they'll say you're lucky. They'll say it happened overnight. They'll say someone must have helped you. But you'll know the truth. No one came to save you, because you didn't need saving. You just needed to remember who you were. If you're ready to stop waiting and start becoming, hit subscribe, comment "I'm done waiting," and then go do the one thing you've been avoiding right now. Because this video ends, but your story doesn't.